People new to these practices often think that once you've learned the practice, that's sufficient to make really good progress. But what people often neglect to consider is how important base health is to actually making progress in what we do. This is something I really focus on when I teach new classes. Base health should be focused on more than anything, because without that, you can't make progress. It's almost impossible. Multiple times a year, I will arrange group visits with Master Joe. So 5 days of having your health diagnosed initially. Whatever is required for you individually is done. So we help clear the channels, we help boost the organs, bring the organ function back into balance. The purpose of the treatment is to clear the blockages that are present, enhance the flow of energy in the channels and make sure they're clear, and to improve any deficiencies that are within the organ system. And this then enhances both well-being and the results that we get from practice. In my experience over the years of doing these trips, and that's about a decade and thousands of patients, 9 out of 10 people have some sort of blockage or issue that would hinder their progress. So it means 9 out of 10 people that start these practices for the first few years aren't actually making progress. They're just fixing the issues that they had. So the dantian won't activate, qi won't get stored, the meridian flow won't get improved and increased until that blockage has been resolved. And this is where a lot of people really struggle. They really run into problems. They're doing all these practices, but there's just not a pathway for the energy to flow because of blockage, which means you cannot make progress. And people just spend years and years just wasting their time just treading water. This is why having access to someone like Master Joe is so important, because he has the ability to restore health, to diagnose what's wrong in the first place, in a way that very few people in the West are able to do. So a Western doctor can't do this for you. They won't be able to check your pulse and see if your meridian flow is good. We are looking for deviations in the organ function and the flow of the meridians long before it would be considered a disease in the West. So you can go to a doctor, you can get a checkup, and they will say everything's fine, because the organs are not yet deficient to a degree that a disease is set in. We see long before it reaches that critical stage that there's an issue, and then we help to rectify it, which then enhances the practice that we do in a very big way. So he can negate 3 to 5 years of you trying to restore health by yourself through good diet, for good lifestyle, by visiting him on a single trip. And I always suggest to my own students that coming on these trips is one of the best things that you can do. So you're not spending 3 to 5 years trying to restore health, trying to get to the base level of being able to start making progress in what we do. After students have been on these trips, the primary feedback we always get is like, there's such a big improvement to their practice at home. The amount of qi they feel, the heat in the hands, the pressure in the abdomen, all these signs that we're looking for. Master Joe, as both an excellent doctor of Chinese medicine and a master of Neigong, can treat students for their individual needs. And then through ongoing teaching within the school, students can learn about proper diet and the exercises that are needed to support their practice and to make really good progress, or true, meaningful progress within Neigong.